Hello friends, this is an second part of the chapter blood. So blood has an form elements. Form elements constitutes erythrocytes, leukocytes, thrombocytes. So erythrocytes are also called as red blood cells. Leukocytes are also called as white blood cell. Thrombocytes are also called as platelets. So red blood cells having a specific characteristics as it counts around 4.5 million RBCs per millimeter cube in male and 4.8 millions RBC per cube in female. Its shape is biconcave disc, size is in diameter 7 to 8 millimeter, thickness 2 millimeter. It contains hemoglobin, lifespan is 120 days. RBC contain no nuclei, endoplasmic reticulum, ribosome and mitochondria. RBC contain larger surface area because of biconcavity for oxygen diffusion. So red blood cells are very important function for performing supplement of an oxygen through hemoglobin to all cells as well as the tissues. So red blood cells are formed within the body with the process of an erythropoiesis. The process of development of red blood cells from pluripotent stem cells is called as erythropoiesis. Erythrocytes are produced in the red bone marrow. The immature cells are released into the bloodstream as reticulocytes and then mature into erythrocytes in 1 or 2 days within the circulations. During this time, they lose their nucleus and therefore become incapable of an division. What is pluripotent cells? Pluripotent refers to the ability of cells to develop into several different types of the cells. So what you understand from this slide, erythropoiesis is the process of development of red blood cells and it is basically formed in red bone marrow and initially it is circulated in the blood as reticulocytes. So what are the disorders of HB and RBC? Anemia is very important disorder because of the low hemoglobin content and basically thereby you can say that is an deficiency of an red blood cells. So anemia refers to decreased oxygen carrying capacity of blood which may be due to deficiency of red blood cells. What are the symptoms of anemia? It includes weakness, tiredness, pale skin gums and nail beds, fast heartbeats, shortness of breath, fainting, fatigue, chest pain. What are the types of anemia? The mnemonic to remember anemia is high BAMS, HI BAMS, high BMS. H stands for hemolytic anemia, I stands for iron deficiency anemia, blood loss anemia, aplastic anemia, megaloblastic anemia, then sickle cell anemia. So hemolytic anemia, abnormal hemolysis can be because of hemoglobin defects in normal RBC enzymes or defect of RBC membrane. Anemia may also be caused by parasites, toxins and antibodies from incompatible blood. What is iron deficiency anemia? Caused by inadequate absorption or excessive loss of iron. Also, inadequate iron quantities in food can be an important reason. What is blood loss anemia? After rapid hemorrhage, the body replaces plasma within 1 to 3 days, but the RBC concentration remains low. This type of anemia is called blood loss anemia. Aplastic anemia. It is because of lack of functioning bone marrow and sufficient quantities of RBCs cannot be produced. What is megaloblastic anemia? Megaloblastic anemia develops due to the deficiency of vitamin B12 and folic acid. Oversized red blood cells are formed because the cells cannot divide normally. The rapid rupture of red blood cells triggers a cascade of physiological events. leading to a state of heightened urgency. What is sickle cell anemia? It is due to genetic mutation that causes substitution of one wrong amino acid in a particular portion of an globin. At low oxygen concentration in many capillaries, hemoglobin molecules combine with each other to form fiber-like structure which distort the erythrocyte membrane to form a sickle shape. You at the right hand side corner you can see that the actual shape of red blood cells and the sickle cell shaped RBC. The types of white blood cells. The blood cells, especially white blood cells, are divided into two categories, granulocytes and agranulocytes. The cells containing granules, especially called as granulocytes, these are nothing but neutrophil, eosinophil and basophil. And the other type is agranulocytes. And the types are lymphocytes and monocytes. Lymphocytes are again divided into three major categories: beta lymphocytes, T lymphocytes and natural killer cells. These are having their very major functions to perform. For example, neutrophil helps in the phagocytosis, eosinophil helps in finding and protecting our body, fighting against parasitic infection. Basophils are responsible for producing inflammatory and allergic reactions. Lymphocytes are responsible for producing a specific immune response, and monocytes are responsible for fighting off bacteria, viruses and fungi.